So, welcome back. In the previous video, which will be the one just below this one, we talked about what stress really is and why it feels so overwhelming all of the time. And if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend starting there. I will pop a link to it below so that you can see it. So, my name's Debbie. I am a therapist and a mindset coach, and my particular speciality, my particular professional interest is stress, the way that we live our lives today, what we can do to help ourselves begin to relax a little bit, to begin to calm down so that we can do all the things we want to do, all the things that are fun for us, whether that's spending time with your family, your friends, your dog. You might be able to see my little dog down there in the corner, but without feeling tense, actually enjoying it. My journey with stress has been long and complicated, and I learned so many things along the way. And I'm here to help you, support you on it, and make sure that you can almost fast track it so that you don't go through all the ups and downs like I did. Again, this video is not going to be edited at all. It's real time. I'm human. We all have better things to do than to try to pretend that we're perfect. So today I want to give you something really practical, like the very, very first step in this process. And I know that it might seem very simple and you might think I want more than that, but it is a process and you do have to start at the very beginning. So when you're thinking, what can I do right now to feel even just that little bit better? This is the exact time you need to be thinking, what's going on right now? What's going on in my body? What's making me think that I need to calm down? What's making me think that something's not going right? It's simply just to notice what's going on. So, what's going on in your body? What's going on in your mind? So, in terms of your body, do you have like sensations? Do you have something in your stomach? A lot of people tell me that they have that horrible nervous feeling in their stomach, but constantly, and it can present similar to anxiety. And people who have been stressed for a really long time can also develop anxiety. And that's exactly what happened with me. Being too stressed for too long actually made me unwell in other ways and made life more challenging in other ways, as well as the stress. So, excuse me, beginning to simply notice your stress, your thoughts, your feelings, they are your body's signal. So, you might see all these things on Instagram or YouTube of this means stress. Absolutely, it can. However, stress is a very individual experience. You feel it in your body, and how you feel it and experience it in your body will be different to how I do it. And it'll be different to how your friends do it and how your mum does it. And it'll be different to how all those gurus on Instagram say it might present. And there might be lots of similarities, but you know your body the best. No one else is there to say that in particular is stress or that in particular is anxiety. You know your body the best. And if you're sitting there thinking, I'm not sure that I do, that's also okay because this first step is also perfect for you. So just finding a moment to be calm, to be still, and you can do this on the bus, you can do this. I don't want to say while you're driving, I don't want to certainly cause an accident, but you can do it while you're sat on the sofa, you can do it while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Just take a moment and acknowledge what's going on in your body. Is it like a tingly feeling in your hands? Do you feel like you want to shake them? Do you feel something in your feet or in your legs? Do you feel like you want to move them? They can be ways of your body telling you there's something going on. So when you do this and you notice that feeling, don't think, oh, I need to do that. I need to shake it out. That's not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is just to think, oh, I do have a feeling in my hands. I'm not sure I've noticed that before. Or yeah, I do have that feeling in my feet. And I think I've had it quite a lot. I've just had so much other stuff in my head that I've never really felt that signal before. Now, that's not unusual. You know, we all have so much stuff going on in our heads, in our lives. We have all these tangible things to do, all these intangible things to do. And they become quite a lot for us. And we're not, like as humans, we weren't designed. Our bodies aren't built to deal with that many things at once. So when you're noticing it, don't try and fix it. Don't try and push it away. And that's because when we're fighting stress, we add even more pressure. If you have a sensation in your body and you think, oh, I don't want that, that means I'm stressed, I'm trying to get rid of it. One, it's going to be really, really difficult to do because your body's trying to give you a message. It's trying to tell you something. Two, if it doesn't happen, you're putting more pressure on yourself. You're creating yet another thing to stress about. So instead, what we need to do is simply pause and just acknowledge it. It won't change anything in that moment. So be reassured by that. If you sit still and notice that you have this ache and you've had it a long time, it's not going to make it worse. It's simply just an acknowledgement. But what that does do is it brings it into your conscious awareness. It makes you consciously aware of what's going on in that moment. It makes you aware of how you actually might be dealing with, experiencing, or interpreting stress. And that's important because awareness is always, always the first step. So let's do it now. Find a quiet place to sit down. Pause the video if you need to. Find a quiet place to sit down without too many other distractions if you can. I mean, you can lie on your bed and do this if you want. Sit on a chair, sit on your sofa, stop the car, just pull over, and just close your eyes. Just for a moment, take a deep breath in. Just deep breath out. And do that one more time, a really deep breath in. And if you want to sigh it out, go, then that's also fine. And then just think to yourself, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? And it might take a few moments, a few seconds for an answer to come to you. But if you ask a question, you will get an answer. Maybe it's tension in your shoulders. Maybe you've got a million and one thoughts going through your mind. Maybe you have that feeling in your stomach or your ribs. But just notice it. Whatever it is, just notice it. And don't judge it. Don't try and change it. Don't think, I want to get rid of that. Literally just be aware of it and think, oh yeah, I do have that feeling there. I didn't notice that before. And maybe it comes with stories. Maybe I've always had that, or I had it after I injured myself, or that's how I feel when I've had a really tough day at work. Again, just relax and just think, yeah, it's there. It's there right now. It doesn't mean that it'll go away straight away, but it's an acknowledgement. Bringing that into conscious awareness almost relieves the subconscious mind of the burden of holding on to it, if you like. So, if you've done that exercise, I'd really like to hear in the comments maybe what did come up for you. Certainly, when I did that exercise, what came up for me is the fact that I was so tired. Physically, my body wasn't tired, and that was simply due to the number of stress chemicals going through my body. My body had released so much adrenaline and so much cortisol that I was ready to do something that, like something intense. But my mind was so tired. And for me, that presents as really heavy eyelids. I was so tired. So please do share in the comment what came up for you. But when you allow yourself to simply notice that stress, you're activating that part of your brain that really helps to begin to calm your nervous system. It's small, but it is powerful, and it's a way of beginning to have that awareness to take back control. And like I said, awareness is always that first step, because if you don't know what's going on in your body and your mind, if you don't know how you're experiencing it, then you can't change it. You can't come up with a plan. You can't decide what you can do to help yourself. So awareness is that simple first step. And you can do this a few times each day. And you might find that it changes. You might find that during the morning you have one experience, but later in the day you have another. And again, that's perfectly normal. So this might feel really simple, but trust me, it really is the foundation of starting your journey for stressing less, for being calmer, and actually then being able to enjoy everything that's going around you. So, like I said, please share in the comments, hit that like button if you've enjoyed it. And in the next video, I'm going to teach you a really powerful technique to go even deeper and to begin to feel into that stress and maybe even begin to shift it.